Wait, Miss Kirby, do I follow the ROTC? Hello everyone and welcome to the Rabowen Fieldhouse inside of Taunton High School for today's evening matchup between the Olive Ames Tigers and your Taunton Tigers. I'm Brett Schaubs alongside my colleague Doug Pond. Doug, Tigers are having an improvement season this year, 4-9. Olive Ames Tigers coming into today's game at a record of 10-3. What do you think the Taunton Tigers have to do today, pick up their pace a little bit and come home with a win?
Well, I'm going to say the one thing I've been saying for both teams all year, defense. Defense is how you win championships. And here, it's how you win games. You have a great defense, that will lead to great offense.
So here we go. Tip-off is away. Taunton starting lineup today will feature number 15, Tori DeRosa, number 14, Jalen Fernandez, 23, Sonia Fernandez, number 12, Cameron St. Pierre, and number 20, Samantha Lincoln. Start at the top of the key. DeRosa over to Jalen Fernandez. Over to Sonia Fernandez. Drives. Tries to throw it up. Fouled. So a good start for this Taunton offense. Jalen Fernandez will go to the line for try the first points of the game.
Number 24 is Kelsey Yell, her first of the evening. Away team first, Jalen Fernandez.
First free throw, no go. On the Oliver Ames side, their starting lineup will be number 4, Erin Holmberg, number 10, Tori Harney, number 24, Kelsey Yale, number 34, Morgan Hollerman, and number 55, Haley Bourne. So here we go, back at the top of the key for the Oliver Ames Tigers. Holleran drives, swings it out to Harney. Throwing it up is number 24, Kelsey Yale, and she'll grab the 2 points. St. Pierre bringing it back up. Trying to find some wiggle room. Over to DeRosa, back to Fernandez, who drives. Throws up the mid-ranger, no good. Rebounds it for himself, throws it up again. And it's good to go.
Always good to grab your own rebound and get it back in.
So back and forth they're going already. Hollerman. Swings it back over. To the top of the key to Holmberg. Back to Hollerman. To Bourne. Drives. Looking for some wiggle room in the paint. Throws it up.
She just bodied her way through the entire Tiger defense. The Taunton Tiger defense.
So here we go. Bourne will go to the line. First free throw good to go. And the second one also good. So 2 points sink in for Bourne. 3-4 now, back and forth game. St. Pierre swings it over to Lincoln, bobbled. Trying to be picked up there. That's Kelsey Yale fighting over with St. Pierre. And it looks like the Taunton Tigers will take their first time out of the game very early in the first quarter. So like I said, a 3-4 game. And we have a 60-second timeout. Doug, what have you seen so far from both teams that, you know, has come out of the gate with some potential, and what do you think they need to do to move forward?
I mean, it's been kind of a slow game. It's only the start, but I think after this timeout, both teams will kind of pick it up offensively and defensively. Now, what I find impressive about this Tigers team is that their leading scorer, Cameron St. Pierre, is only a freshman, and that their starting center is only in 8th grade. That's impressive.
Certainly a young team that Coach Siggins is training up between St. Pierre and Lincoln, like you just said. You know, these girls definitely work hard every day to try to prove themselves on the court and off the court. So definitely a lot of future to look forward to in this Tiger program.
Same thing with the boys team. A lot of young people on that team. I think you have 3 sophomores on the team, 2 of them start.
Absolutely agreed. So here we go. Harlem going to bring it back up. Press coverage by the Lady Tigers. Taunton Tigers, I should say. Throws it up. Sonia Fernandez with the steal. Tries to throw it back in bounds. And it looks like Oliver Ames will retain possession. Tori Harney will inbound. Swings it over. Hollerman over to Bourne for 3. Rebound. Picked up by St. Pierre. Fights for it. Trying to find some hole.
Great closeout by Lincoln on that play.
Fernandez. Back over to St. Pierre. Looking around the perimeter. Over to Jalen Fernandez. Looking around. Over to the corner to Lincoln. Drives. Whistle blown dead, and it looks like turnover will be called on Sam Lincoln. Not what she anticipated there, but Harleman will take it back up for the Oliver Ames Tigers. Hollerman swings it over. Holmberg trying to find a hole with St. Pierre on her. Holloman swings it over right to the paint. Nice pass there. A rebound. No good there by Harney. Rebounded by St. Pierre.
Great defense by Taunton right there to block the shot, box out, and grab the rebound and push it up the court.
Great ball movement thus far by the Tiger offense. Swings over to Lincoln. Back over to St. Pierre for three. Good to go. St. Pierre is our first points of the evening. Whistle blown dead. It's going to be a change of possession. Taunton will take over, and St. Pierre will inbound. So a very aggressive Taunton offense to start. 6-4 game. DeRosa bobbles. Picked up by Holmberg. Throws it back up. No good. Rebounded there by Harney. And they take advantage. They pick up the foul as well.
That's the last thing you want to have happen off a turnover like that. And one chance for 3 points.
So here's Harney's first opportunity at the free throw line. And that one shot is good. Sonia inbound to her sister Jalen. Swings it over to Cameron St. Pierre. To Lincoln. Looks like it was bobbled and it'll stay Taunton ball off of the tip. No subs for either side. Lincoln down to the middle to Fernandez. Throws it up. Heavily covered in the paint. Rebounded there by Hollerman. Swings it over to Harney. Stops a little bit of momentum there. Picks it up in the paint. Bourne trying to find Yale in the paint. Couldn't connect. But it's going to stay all of Rams ball.
Great vision by Lincoln on the other end. Having a big down low that can see the entire court kind of reminds you of Nikola Jokic.
Thrown up. Rebounded by Sonia Fernandez. Throws it to St. Pierre for two. No good, just wide. A little bit too much force there on the layup. Holloman on some heavy coverage between DeRosa and St. Pierre. Jalen Fernandez picks up the intensity. Holmberg at the key. Trying to find what looked to be Bourne in the side of the goal line there. But it looks like the possessions will change. Full court press by the Olive Rams Tigers. Fernandez over to the other Fernandez. Back to Sonia Fernandez. To St. Pierre for three. Good to go. Cameron St. Pierre. Nice job on the three. That's 6 points behind the three-goal line.
She is starting off hot. So far in this first quarter, already 2 3-pointers.
Whistle blown dead. Looks like they're going to call a travel. Number 43 for the Olive Rams Tigers. Caroline Pepper, the sophomore guard, will check into the game. Meanwhile, no subs as of yet for Taunton. DeRosa looking for an open player at the key. Fernandez picks it up back to DeRosa. Back to Sonia Fernandez. And it'll be change of possession. Looks like ref just saw St. Pierre tip it off of her hand, and it looks like Olive Rams will take it over. 3:33 left in the first. 9-7 in favor of the Taunton Tigers. Holloman trying to drive. Great press by Sonia Fernandez and Jalen Fernandez. Pepper trying to go to the paint. Shot thrown up by Bourne, but whistle was blown dead, and it looks like Taunton will take over. Look like an up-down. DeRosa to St. Pierre. To Sonia Fernandez. Driving, looking around. Tries to get it to St. Pierre. Bounces off of her foot. And it looks like it's going to be Olive Rams' ball. Tori Harney will inbound. Harlan will bring it up to the key. Taunton Tigers have 2 team fouls thus far. Olive Rams only 1. That's a 3, no go. Rebounded by Sonia Fernandez over to St. Pierre. It's a 2-on-1 between her and Tori DeRosa. Over to DeRosa, throws it up for 2. That's good.
What a great fake by DeRosa. Send the Defender flying past her for the easy bucket.
11-7 Tigers now. All the way over to the corner to Bourne. Back over to the middle. Steal. Jalen Fernandez back over to Sonia Fernandez to St. Pierre again. Maybe too far for her reach. Nope, she's at the key. For three once again. That's good.
What?
9 points behind the field goal line for Cameron St. Pierre.
She got the Kawhi Leonard bounce on that shot.
Pepper. Elrich also into the game for the Olive Ames Tigers. At the key to Pepper. No good, a little bit too much force on that shot. Lincoln will pick up the rebound. St. Pierre once again to DeRosa, the 1-2 punch. That's another two-pointer.
She may be small, but she sure is fast.
So the Taunton Tigers go into this timeout with the momentum, 16-7 with 2:03 in the first quarter. Doug, Tori DeRosa and Cameron St. Pierre have been on fire these past few possessions. What have you seen between this Taunton Tigers team and the Olive Ames team that, has seen the connection?
I think the Taunton Tigers have a really great connection with one another. They enjoy passing the ball, always finding. No one's really just doing their own thing. They're working as a team.
So a win here in this game would put the Tigers at 5-9. Meanwhile, Olive Ames would go to 10-4. Still a lot of action to go, but right now Taunton has the heavy momentum. Meanwhile, as you look to the other side of basketball with the boys basketball team at 11-4, they just clinched their spot in the Hockomock, state tournament for the MIAA. It'll be the second time in the past 2 years they made the tournament. Last year they made it to the semifinals, losing to Mansfield. Interesting turnout, too. They were the away team on their home court. So interesting turn of events last year.
It was a great game.
It absolutely was.
Just let it slip away at the end.
So Taunton maintain their lineup. Elrich and Pepper still in the game for the Olive Ames Tigers. St. Pierre will bring it up to the key. Minute 50 now left in the first quarter. Swings it over to Jalen Fernandez. Drives over to the corner to DeRosa. She'll look towards the paint. Throws up the mid-ranger. Tossed around as she tries to throw it up, and it looks like Olive Ames will take over on the foul.
May have been an over the back.
You might be right there, Doug. It looked like it wasn't over the back. And Harlem going to bring it up to the key now. Great coverage by St. Pierre. To Pepper. Back over to Bourne. Drives, tries to get the Euro step going. It's stolen by DeRosa. And Taunton will maintain possession. Nice job by Tori DeRosa on the steal.
Sonia Fernandez completely shut down that Euro stop, a brick wall almost.
St. Pierre, this is over to the middle of Sonia Fernandez for two. That's good.
Classic pick and roll.
Bourne looking around. Swings it over to the left side to Pepper. Into the middle. That's Tori Harvey trying to find something. So Herney won't pick up anything there in the paint. Elrich will inbound. Great press by Jalen Fernandez. It'll stay Olive Ames' ball, but this Taunton team is showing great aggressiveness on defense, something that you talked about earlier, Doug. Elrich. Over to Pepper for three. That's good to go. First three-pointer for the Olive Ames Tigers. St. Pierre brings it up to Jalen Fernandez. Swings over Tori DeRosa. A bit of a miscommunication. DeRosa looked like she was going to drive. But Jake's possession. Pepper will bring it up to the key this time. 30 seconds now left in the first quarter. Throws over to Harney. Looks towards the paint. Holloman over to Bourne. for the two-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Holloman again. Tries to throw it up, and it looks like Oliver Ames will draw the foul, and Holloman will go to the line.
That last foul, number 12, Cameron St. Pierre, her second of the evening. Taunton team.
So the Oliver Ames Tigers only with 2 team fouls. Taunton picks up their 3rd team foul in the quarter. (18-10) Tigers.
Number 34,
First attempt is good. Here's the second opportunity for Holloman. Bounces away. No good. Rebounded by Sonia Fernandez over to St. Pierre from Lincoln. Drives. Finds the open lane for 2. Good to go. Cameron St. Pierre in the double digits now for points. Screen there by, look like, Elrich. Ball go out of bounds. Torrey DeRosa inbound. 2 seconds left in the quarter. St. Pierre tries to throw deep. No good, just a bit short. And with that, that'll be the conclusion of the first quarter. At the end of 1, Tigers 20, Oliver Ames 11. Doug, what have you seen so far out of this Tigers team? They've been very aggressive and very consistent on offense. What have you seen that you've liked?
Like you said, really aggressive, really consistent. I like how they're playing right now. Really moving the ball, getting open shots. Cameron St. Pierre has, I think, 11 points, 3 threes in just the first quarter.
So Cameron St. Pierre has certainly been on fire for this Taunton Tigers team. Only a freshman, as you said earlier, Doug. She's been absolutely having a stellar season for the Taunton Tigers. Also featured on the Rundown on Tiger TV, the Taunton High TV show. Go check it out. It'll be premiering on YouTube. Oliver Ames not looking like themselves tonight. A 10-3 team. Looking to bounce back in this game. Number 1, Brianna Monterio for the Oliver Ames Tigers will check into the game. Monterio, a freshman. Sonia Fernandez looking around. Swings over to Lincoln. Trying to drive. Good press there by Tori Harney. And it looks like it'll switch up possession and Oliver Ames will take over. Monterio over to Pepper for 3. Good to go. That's Pepper's second three-pointer tonight. DeRosa over to Jalen Fernandez. To Souza. Abby Souza checks into the game. Sonia Fernandez drives for 3. No good, just wide of the rim. Rebounded by Souza. Throws it over to the key to Jalen Fernandez. That's for 2. That's good to go. Nice job by Jalen Fernandez in the Tigers' offense to move the ball around.
Great shot off the great rebound.
Monterio looking around. Swings over to Pepper. Over to Holloman. Back over to the key to Pepper. To Monterio. Back over to Harney. Looks for 2. No good. Rattles around the rim. Over off of Souza's head, I should say. Jalen Fernandez tries to swing it over to Lincoln. And it looks like possessions will switch up. So Jessica Ehrlich will pick up her first foul. It'll be Oliver Ames' 3rd team foul. Both teams tied up at 3 now. DeRosa back to Jalen Fernandez. Number 31 for the Taunton Tigers checks into the game. Fernandez over to Sonia Fernandez. Throws it up. Looks like it's going to be a travel call on Sonia Fernandez, and possessions will switch up. Oliver Ames will inbound.
Gotta watch your pivot foot. Don't want to switch those.
So number 12, Tate Hadges, will check into the game, the senior forward. Monterio inbound. And bring it up to the key. Throws it up. No good. Rebounded by Harney. Stolen. DeRosa brings it up to the key now. Over to Souza. Back to Jalen Fernandez. To Sonia Fernandez. Back over to the key. DeRosa. Back over to 31 to Souza. To Jalen Fernandez. Fernandez throws it up. Shot clock winding down. Rattles around the rim. No good. Monterio gets the rebound. Throws it over. Looked like it was a pickup travel there, and it'll be Taunton possession still.
Number 35, Anna Murphy.
Who's 31? 31. What team? Tiger? Taunton? I don't know.
Pepper brings it up. Nice job there by Caroline Pepper. Throws up the mid-range. And that's another 2 points for Olive Rams. 22-16 the score now.
Last foul, number 2, Abby Souza.
So Abby Souza will pick up that foul. Caroline Pepper will inbound for the Olive Rams Tigers. And Monterio will bring it up to the key. 5:12 remaining in the first half. Press coverage shown by Taunton. Almost swatted away by Sonia Fernandez. Stolen. Tori DeRosa, nice job. Bobbles with it. Fight there with Ehrlich was actually on that fight. And Abby Souza will inbound here to Tori DeRosa.
First, second,
Pepper. Stolen. Swings over to Ehrlich. Rebounded. Fight on the ground. Nice job by Jalen Fernandez. It's going to be a jump ball. And that's going to be Olive Rams' ball on the jump. So great effort there by Jalen Fernandez. Just doesn't work in their favor.
I think when most people watch a girls' basketball game, they think, oh, they're not going to be tough. But I don't think girls' basketball gets enough respect as it should.
I would absolutely agree with you, Doug. I mean, Coach Siggins has definitely been working this team ever since she came over from King Philip High School. They've been working hard every day, and it's absolutely been showing. They've been improving throughout the season. As Ehrlich gets a quick three, it's 22-18 now. But this Tigers team has definitely shown improvement. You know, even though with the loss of Kelsey White, they've still been showing great aggressiveness. So Fernandez over to Souza for three. No good, just wide. Stolen there by, looks like Tate Hadges. Monterio over to Ehrlich for three, just short. Rebounded by Caroline Pepper. She's been stellar in the paint this game. And it's going to be picked up by Oliver Ames. Tate Hadges will go to the line.
that last foul, number 23, Sonia Fernandez. First of the Taunton team. Fifth, number 12, Miss Tate Hedges to the line.
Hadges will take her first opportunity. Christy Gorman and Sam Lincoln will check in for the Tigers.
Number 30, Samantha Lincoln and Christy Gorman.
Here's Tate Hadges' second opportunity, and that is also good to go. So with that, it is now a 2-point game, 22-20. DeRosa inbound to Abby Souza, back to DeRosa. Over to Jalen Fernandez. Drives. Press coverage shown by Oliver Ames. Almost swatted away by Caroline Pepper. Jalen Fernandez over to Gorman. Drives. Swings over to DeRosa again in the corner. Gorman looks like she's going to travel there. It's going to switch up possession. bit of miscommunication there between Fernandez and Gorman.
Great pass there by Torrey through 2 defenders.
Agreed. So Ontario swings it over. That's number 35 for Olive Ames, Anna Murphy.
That last foul, number 35, Anna Murphy.
So Anna Murphy will pick up that foul. Taunton will take over. One thing we see a lot of in this game in the first half thus far is Abby Souza. A swing from JV and varsity. She's been very aggressive in this game, and she's been showing her potential.
You know, it must take a lot to play both JV and varsity.
Agreed. Also a swing is Braylee McDonald. She's on the bench right now. Tate Hadges throws up a shot. No good. She'll go to the line, though.
That last foul, number 20, Sam Lincoln, her first. Team 6, Tate Hadges returning to the line.
You know, with all the shoes nowadays, all the players with their own signature shoe, I wish we had a shoe cam.
That would be pretty cool, Doug, and I would absolutely agree with you with that.
I mean, Abby Souza has the Kyrie 5 Patricks on. Samantha Lincoln wearing KD 12s. I don't think those are the on pearls, but something close to it. Love KD 12s.
A lot of things you've been seeing, too, in the NBA is Kobe's, you know, with the passing of NBA legend Kobe Bryant. A lot of players have been paying tribute to the Lakers legend.
It's really sad. And I think people don't recognize about Kobe was that he was a real big advocate for women's basketball. You ever hear the story of he would always be getting interviewed saying, Kobe, when you can have a son, you need to have a son. And then his daughter Gianna said, hey, I'm here. And it's awful that Gianna was part of it because she was like such a great player. Kobe was saying that she was better than him at that age.
Absolutely agreed, Doug. I mean, it's tough to see, you know, people like that go away, but, you know, it stinks. So Sonia Fernandez will go to the line. She'll take her first opportunity, and it's good to go. That'll put the Tigers in the lead, 23-22, with 3:05 left in the first half. Holloman will check back into the game for the Tigers. Oliver Ames Tigers, I should say. Shot no good. Rebounded by Oliver Ames. Caroline Pepper at the key for 3. Good to go. Caroline Pepper has been on fire for this Oliver Ames team. That puts Oliver Ames in the lead now, back and forth, 25-23. Lincoln over to Gorman. Looking around, back to Lincoln. Stolen. Throwing it up was number 2, Alexandra Zwirly. And she will go to the line.
Foul, number 14, Jalen Fernandez, her first.
Jalen Fernandez will
Tiger team 7.
get the foul there. And with that, Taunton will take a timeout. 25-23 remaining in the first half. Doug, what's Taunton doing right now? It looks like they're falling a little flat right now. What do you think they need to do to get back?
Well, first off, they're going to cut back on the turnovers, kind of get the offense going. Maybe get a set play or two. I'm sure Coach has one, get a easy bucket.
So Oliver Ames starting to look like themselves once again. Scoring 14 points thus far in the second quarter. Taunton with 17 fouls, Oliver Ames with 6 meanwhile. So that'll be the end of the timeout. Both teams are going to be coming out. Looks like they're going to keep both lineups in check. Oliver Ames will keep possession. They will go to the line. Zwirly will go to the line, as I just said. Our first chance at the free throw today. And the one shot, no good. Rebounded, however, by Tate Hadges. Swings it over to Holloman. Over back to the key is Zwirly. To Pepper for 3. No good, just short. Picked up by Sonia Fernandez. Swings it out to St. Pierre, who's back in the game. Lincoln around the perimeter. Over to the paint. St. Pierre picks up the bobble. at the key. Back to Sonia Fernandez. Driving, trying to find an open hole, picked up by Lincoln. Zwirly drives, bobbles. Looks like it was picked up by Hatches, and it'll turn over for Taunton possession. So as young as the lineup this Taunton team is, they are still hanging in strong, only a 2-point game. Minute 50 now in the first half. Trying to avoid a backcourt violation, looking for a player. Swings it over to Sam Lincoln, bobbled, stolen there by Monterio back in the game. To Hollerman. All the way over to Zwirly. Into the paint is Tate Hatches, wide open, misses the first layup, misses the second layup. Stolen there by St. Pierre. Drive, slows down the momentum, and bobbled. Oliver Ames will pick up the possession.
Gotta watch behind you. Can't let someone strip you from behind. You do gotta watch ahead of you, but gotta look behind you too.
So Taunton does actually keep the ball. Jalen Fernandez drives, finds an open lane, throws up the two, no good. Oliver Ames will take over.
That last foul, number 20, Sam Lincoln.
So Sam Lincoln will pick up the foul on the push. And it looks like we will go to the line. Tate Hatches will go to the line. Here's your first opportunity. And the only opportunity is good. Maybe not. I stand corrected. So minute 19 left in the game. Second shot short. Maddie McKenzie tries to take over the possession. And Taunton will take over. Here's St. Pierre. Bit of a zigzag, goes right for the three ball, and that's good to go.
Is that 4 for 4?
That is 4 for 4. Call it a Wendy's meal.
I love me a 4 for 4 from Wendy's.
Zwirly looking around the key, over to Pepper. Back over to Hollerman. Looking around. Dishes it over to Piper. Pepper, I should say. Tate. Over to Monterio. Air ball. St. Pierre will bring it up now. Drives. Gives it back over to Sonia Fernandez. Takes a look. Drives again. For two. That's good. Taunton offense starting to heat up once again. 28-26. Monterio looking around. Trying to get St. Pierre on the fool. Holloman over to Zwirly. Back to Pepper. Going around. Back to Zwirly. Tate Hatches for the mid-ranger. No good. Too far on the shot. Picked up by Zwirly. Rolls around. No good. And that will be the end of the first half. At the end of 2 full quarters, Taunton stays in the lead, 28-26, a 2-point game. Doug, a great offensive game from both sides. St. Pierre doing fantastic behind the field goal line as well as Caroline Pepper. What have you seen that you've liked thus far, and what do you think both teams need to do to keep this a close game?
I mean, it's been a back and forth the entire game. Taunton's been playing great, down a little bit, but made a comeback. Took an Oliver Ames is gonna look and try and stop the Tigers coming out of the half, but Taunton's gonna try and push right through it.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up here for first half action. 28-26 Taunton Tigers. We will see you in the second half. And welcome back to the Taunton High School Rabowen Fieldhouse for this evening's action between your Taunton Tigers and the Oliver Ames Tigers. I'm Brett Schaubs once again, joined by my colleague Doug Pond. Tigers have a 28-26 lead going into the third quarter. Cameron St. Pierre been stellar behind the field goal line with 3 3-pointers thus far. Doug, what have you seen so far that you like, and what does this Tigers team have to do to stay in this game?
I like what they're playing so far. They're finding Cameron St. Pierre, their leading scorer, open. She's getting the threes that she needs to be shooting. 4-4 right now, and I think what they need to do is just keep finding her. She's a great player, and I think she's the key to success.
So here we go. Taunton will start off with the possession. Jalen Fernandez looking around, picks up Tori DeRosa. Rolls. Still looking. Skitters it over to Sam Lincoln in the paint. Looking around. It'll stay Taunton ball. Nice job by Tori DeRosa to keep it with it. St. Pierre will inbound. Tries to get it to Lincoln. Sonia Fernandez blocks the steal, but it'll stay Taunton ball. Swings it over to Jalen Fernandez. Back to St. Pierre. Keeps it. Avoids the steal. Looks like a little bit of miscommunication there on St. Pierre. But Olive Rams will take over the possession. Harney will inbound to Holloman. Holloman looking around. Tate Hadgers will set the pick on St. Pierre. Pepper swings it over inside the paint for the two-pointer.
What a great cut, a great pass by the 08 Tigers.
Fernandez looking around. Swings it over to Sonia Fernandez. To St. Pierre. Tight coverage by Holmberg. Lincoln drives to the paint. Got two on her. And it looks like she will draw the foul and go to the line. Nice job by Sam Lincoln.
That last foul on number 34, Meg Holloman, first of the evening. Number 20, Sam Lincoln, stepping to the line.
Here's her opportunity. No good on the first shot. Number 44, the JV varsity swing. Braylee McDonald will check into the game for the Tigers. Tori DeRosa will take a seat. Sam Lincoln's second opportunity, I should say, is no good as well. Holmberg throws up the two. That is good to go. Looks like they will call the travel, though. And it will be taken off the scoreboard. Braylee McDonald will inbound to St. Pierre. So a weird set of events. We'll give Taunton the ball. Hard pass over to Sonia Fernandez, bobbled, and miscommunication will take the possession over to Oliver Ames. Holloman over to Pepper. Throws it all the way over to Holmberg, to Hadges for two. That's good. Nice job by Tate Hadges in the paint to pick up the two. Back and forth these two teams go. St. Pierre finds an open lane over to Jalen Fernandez for the mid-range. That is good to go. Back to a tied game of 30. All the way over to Tate Hadges once again. That's another two-pointer.
Collapse on defense. Even though he scored, you still got to get back and play defense.
We are on a seesaw for points right now. Press coverage on St. Pierre. She will inbound, not happy with herself. Looking around, gets McDonald at the key. McDonald drives, throws for two, no good. Rebounded there by Pepper. Holloman's gonna drive, throws it over to Harney into the paint. Is Tate Hadges. She's got another two-pointer.
Basket's good. Tate Hadges.
Tate Hadges will get the basket, and Taunton will call a timeout. So the senior forward doing an awesome job in the paint for Oliver Ames. A 4-point lead now for the Tigers. And Taunton's going to have to reset themselves and get a little bit of a different strategy on offense. You know, maybe the ball movement isn't working this time, Doug.
Yeah, I think the timeout was really just to slow down Oliver Ames. You see it a lot in basketball now. When a team just gets momentum, you want to just slow them down, kind of stop the momentum, get yours back up.
Alrighty, so as I said, 34-30 game. Oliver Ames has the lead. Olive Ames as well has 2 team fouls in the third quarter. Taunton, none so far. As we are in a back-and-forth game between the 4-9 Tigers and the 10-3 Olive Ames Tigers. So here we go. Braylen McDonald will inbound to Cameron St. Pierre. Over to Jalen Fernandez. To Sonia Fernandez. Bobbles. Great coverage by Harney. Stolen almost there by Holmberg. And that's going to be a backcourt violation call on Sonia Fernandez. Good press there by Oliver Ames, and they're going to take over possession. Holloman will bring it up to the key. 5:25 remaining in the third. Swings it over to Pepper. Into the paint is Hadges. Hits the back of the rim. Rebounded by Sam Lincoln, and it'll be Sonia Fernandez who gives it to Jalen to bring it up to the key. She'll drive hard over to Lincoln. Looking for an open spot. Looks like she was going for Jalen Fernandez in the paint. A little bit of miscommunication will result in a Taunton possession. Looked like it was actually hit by Olive Ames. St. Pierre over to Jalen Fernandez. Looking around. Gets McKenzie in the paint. Stolen. Holmberg going to bring it up front. Throws over to Tate Hadges once again in the paint. Throws up for 2. She's good. Tate Hadges unstoppable in the paint. Miscommunication once again. Cameron St. Pierre not happy. Holmberg throws it up. No good. Rebound by Braylen McDonald luckily. And she's going to slow down the momentum.
Taunton really needs a bucket now to slow down the momentum that Oliver Ames is playing with right now.
McKenzie looking around. Lincoln to Jalen Fernandez around the perimeter. Over to St. Pierre. Looking around again to McKenzie. Still around the key. Over to Lincoln in the paint. Throws it up, no good. Rebounded by Pepper. She's going to start another movement. Holmberg over to Holloman for 2. That is good. So it looks like Sonia Fernandez and Christy Gorman will check into the game. Braylen McDonald will take a seat along with Maddie McKenzie.
Cameron St. Pierre kind of took a hit to the face there.
Cameron St. Pierre set to inbound. Around the key. Looked like it was a travel. Coach Sagan's not happy right now. Taunton just giving away these possessions to Oliver Ames with simple mistakes. One of the big things in basketball that you need to keep block on all times is simple things. You need to keep the simple things going in order to create possessions.
You know, once you go down any amount of points, each possession becomes more and more important, and you just cannot waste those.
So Oliver Ames will draw the foul. Sam Lincoln will pick up the foul, and Holmberg will go to the line. Here's the opportunity, and that is good. 39-30 now with 3:40 left in the third quarter. And the second free throw is also drained. Sonia Fernandez will inbound to her sister, Jalen. Drives, looks around for Sonia. Swings it over to Sam Lincoln in time for the get it away from the out-of-bounds line. Over to Jalen, to Christy Gorman. Drives, tries to throw it up. And it looks like she will go to the line for 2. Nice job there by Christy Gorman to draw the foul.
That last foul, number 34, Meg Holleran, her second.
Meg Holleran will pick up the foul.
0-18-4, Christy Gorman stepping to the line.
Coach Siggins talking with Jalen Fernandez. Here's Christy Gorman's first free throw, no good. Manny McKenzie will check back into the game, and that will replace number 20, Sam Lincoln. So a 10-point game. Here's Christy Gorman's second shot. Rattles around the rim, and it'll be rebounded by McHolleran. Over to Holmberg. To Holleran. Drives. Swings over to Hadges for two. No good. Bobbles. And it'll be rebounded by Sonia Fernandez and Cameron St. Pierre. Jalen Fernandez meets up at the perimeter. Back over to St. Pierre. Swings it over to the corner to Maddie McKenzie. Back to Jalen Fernandez in the paint to Sonia. Tries to drive. Blocked by Tori Harney. Ball on the ground. Jalen Fernandez picks it up. Tries to bring it back to the paint. Christy Gorman picks up the bobble. Madness in the paint. Trying to slow it down to the key. Cameron St. Pierre. Nice tiptoe. Keeps the ball in play. Throws it over to Maddie McKenzie. But the shot clock goes dead for a shot.
Great defense by the Oliver Ames Tigers to force a shot clock violation.
So great attempt there by the Taunton Tigers, trying to throw some points up, but just couldn't get the shot up in time. And Meg Holleran will bring it up to the key for Oliver Ames. With just under 2:30 left in the third, Oliver Ames moving it around the key, swings over to Tate Hadges in the paint. Back to Holleran, throws it up for the layup, and that layup is a bingo. 12-point game now. St. Pierre looking around. Let's see what the call is here. So Holleran will pick up another foul on St. Pierre. She will inbound on Holmberg. That's Holleran's second foul of the third quarter. Sonia Fernandez back to St. Pierre. Great coverage by Holmberg. Drives back over to Maddie McKenzie, looking around. Back to St. Pierre. Moving her feet very fast. Back to McKenzie, moving it around the key to Fernandez. Looking around. Over to the paint to Sonia. Throws it up with one arm, no good. Rebounded by Tate Hadges over to Haller into Holmberg. Full court press by Jalen Fernandez, and they'll retreat back to their own side. Thrown up by Zwirly, no good. Back to Holmberg for three, that is also no good. Rebounded. Jalen Fernandez will bring it up. Swings it over to Maddie McKenzie, it's stolen. Not a very good pass selection by Jalen Fernandez. McHolleran will bring it up. Driving, looking around, gets Zwirly. Back over to Holmberg at the key. Swings over to Tate Hadges. To Holmberg, to Holleran. Floater over to Holmberg. Swatted by Jalen Fernandez in the paint. And it looks like Zwirly will just hit the baseline and it'll switch up possessions over to Taunton.
Great hustle by Maddie McKenzie. Go for the loose ball and force a turnover for Oliver Ames. Tigers ball now.
Bourne and Ehrlich will check in for the Oliver Ames Tigers. Holleran and Hadges will take a seat. Fernandez. McKenzie back to St. Pierre for three. No good, covered. Holmberg will start a rush. 3-on-1. Ehrlich trying to throw up a two, and she's fouled on the way up. Nice job by Ehrlich to draw the foul there, and she will go to the line. With 37.8 seconds left in the third, it is a 12-point game. Oliver Ames with 5 team fouls, Taunton with 3. And the first free throw by Ehrlich is good. And the second shot is good to go. And Maddie McKenzie will inbound to Tori DeRosa back in the game. Looking for someone around the key. It's Maddie McKenzie. Stolen. That's Swirly on another rush. That's a 3-on-1. Gorman stolen once again. Back and forth these two teams go. DeRosa over to Fernandez. She bobbles. It's stolen once again by Holmberg. And we have a travel called on Oliver Ames. Very questionable call. Not sure what the travel was there, but nonetheless, Taunton will take over.
Yeah, not sure if I saw the travel there on Oliver Ames. But like I was saying with the Taunton, You really got these possessions are really important. You're down 14. Gotta make
St.
them count.
Pierre throws up the 2, no good. Tries to throw it inbounds again, and Olive Rams will take over.
Tigers are not playing well in the third quarter. Hoping to change that as we almost go to the fourth.
And shot clock winds down. And that'll be the end of 3 full quarters at the Rabone Fieldhouse. At the end of 3, it is 44 for Oliver Ames and 30 for Taunton. Doug, very quick change of pace here as Oliver Ames is starting to look like themselves again. Consistent momentum on offense and defense. And the star here for Oliver Ames has been Caroline Pepper and Tate Adges. What do you think Taunton needs to do to finally come back, make this a close game?
Well, they really got to put the emphasis on defense. They're just letting easy baskets in, especially the turnovers. They're throwing way too many turnovers. Losing the ball is just off inbounds, miscommunications everywhere. The thing with Olive Ames is, that's what good teams do. They don't stress about being down. And I think Taunton might be able to pull it off, but you can't stress about being down. You just have to keep your mind in the game. And you can make a comeback.
I would absolutely agree with you, Doug. So, as we head out of the quarter interchange here, Taunton looking to improve their strategy on offense. Ball movement's been there, just trying to, generate some baskets.
Huh? 10-3.
So Oliver Ames will inbound here to start it off. Ehrlich will inbound. St. Pierre, stolen. Throws up the layup. She misses it. It's just short. Stolen there by Zwirly, trying to make another push. Harney over to Zwirly. Back to Ehrlich for 2. That is good.
Yeah, I think she knew that one was going in before she started running.
Once again, the simple things hurting Taunton High. St. Pierre to McKenzie. Back to DeRosa at the perimeter. Drives, throws it up. Stopped by Ehrlich. Stolen again by Zwirly on another push. Trying to keep it up on defense. Whistle blown. Oliver Ames will inbound again. It'll be Harney. Jalen Fernandez will pick up the foul. So 7:21 left in the game. Tigers trying to find some hope in a comeback here. Ehrlich looking around to Pepper for a long-range 3, no good. Bounces away. St. Pierre comes up with the rebound. It's stolen by Pepper. Back to Ehrlich, to Harney, who throws it up. She gets into a collision with Ehrlich, and she will go to the line. So a strange set of events will send Tori Harney for a set of free throws. And Cameron St. Pierre will talk it over with Coach Siggins. First shot good to go.
St. Pierre's been looking kind of frustrated ever since the third quarter when Tigers kind of started collapsing.
That second shot sits through the net, and McKenzie will inbound to DeRosa. Sam Lincoln will look to check in. Swings all the way over to Gorman. Drives. Tries to throw it up on a heavy collision. Looks like Bourne took the fall there, and Christy Gorman will go to the line now. Ehrlich will take the foul there. So it looks like the ref will talk it over Bourne, make sure she's okay. First shot by Gorman. A little bit of a bounce, no good. And Sam Lincoln will check in for Maddie McKenzie. Nice job for McKenzie. And Ehrlich will check out, and number 34, Meg Halloran, will check in for Oliver Ames. Here's Christy Gorman's second free throw attempt, and it falls right through. It's a 31-48, 17-point game. Pepper for another long three. That's good to go. Caroline Pepper, hot from the field goal line. Fernandez looking around into Rosa. Around the key, throws it up, no good. Stolen by Harney over to Holler, and she'll take it up, try to change the pace. Taunton has to keep up with defense over and over again, something they just can't afford if they want to come back.
It's way too many turnovers.
Harney for a mid-range at the free throw line, and it is good to go. Another two-pointer for the Olive Ames Tigers. They are dominating this game so far.
Olive Ames showing why they are 10-3 in the second half.
Fernandez throws up a two-pointer, no good. Gorman tries to throw up another shot, no good. Rebounded by Lincoln, trying to find St. Pierre at the corner. And it looks like Taunton will inbound.
You don't see a lot of post play in women's basketball.
Sonia Fernandez will check in. Here's Lincoln's first free throw. No good, just short. Rebounded there by Holleran. Driving, looking around, gets Pepper. Over to Zwirly for shot, no good. St. Pierre comes up with the rebound. She's going to try to hustle. Moves over to the key, drives, Euro step, looking for the two, it's good, and she'll pick up the foul. That's what a freshman guard does. Nice job by St. Pierre to draw the foul and create the points.
Great move by St. Pierre to draw the N1.
So Haley Bourne will pick up the foul. 5:43 left in the game, 33-53, Taunton trailing. Here's St. Pierre's shot. And that's good after rattling around the rim. Shot by Pepper once again. No good. Picked up by Gorman over to St. Pierre. She's going to make a charge one-on-one on Perrin Harney. Jalen Fernandez gets the pass over for two. That's good to go. Now Taunton's starting to generate some offense.
Great passing. Like I said, great defense leads to great offense.
36-53 now with 5:18 counting down in the game. Fresh shot clock for Oliver Ames. Bourne over to Holleran. Throws all the way over to Harney, and she'll get the quick two. St. Pierre changing the pace over to Jalen Fernandez. Back to St. Pierre. Heavy coverage by Bourne. Looking around, back to Jalen Fernandez. Twirls to the top of the key to Sonia Fernandez. Over to Jalen. Mid-range. That's good. And it looks like there was a travel possibly called on Taunton, and Oliver Ames will take over. Monterio steps out of bounds, just hits the baseline, and Taunton will take over on that quick mistake by the freshman guard. St. Pierre calling out the play to Lincoln. Dips it into Fernandez for two. That's good. Nice job by Jalen Fernandez to work it in the paint.
First layup, wasn't even looking at the basket, I believe. Great move.
Harney over to Holleran for two. That's good. These simple shots that Oliver Ames is just throwing up, Taunton cannot stop them. This is what's costing them the game, is simple mistakes and consistency on Oliver Ames' part. And Holleran now at the line.
Chance to put him back up 20.
No good. Rebounded by Harney. Ball on the floor between her and Gorman. And Taunton will take over on the jump ball. Nice job by Gorman to fight for it. St. Pierre driving, looking around. Swings it over to Jalen Fernandez. To Lincoln inside. Stolen by Holler, and she takes a huge fall, trips over Lincoln. And Olive Rams will take over. Sam Lincoln will pick up the foul on the trip. 3:46 counting down in the fourth quarter. Holler going to go to the line. Sonia Fernandez back to Jalen Fernandez. Looking around, gives it back.
And a Tiger timeout, 3:39 remaining.
So it looks like we will have a timeout. 3:39 left in the game. 38-57 in favor of Oliver Ames. Oliver Ames running away with this game with consistent layups and just taking advantage of the simple mistakes on Taunton's part. That's what they need to work on moving forward. I mean, I would consider this game an improving game and just move on to the next. What do you think, Doug?
Yeah, when you're down 19, I think. I mean, if you had more time, you could probably make a run, but I think this one's in it for Oliver Ames.
So let's check the foul count here. Oliver Ames at 18 fouls. Taunton trailing right behind them at 17 fouls. Both teams in the bonus. And it looks like Taunton will keep their same lineup out of the timeout. Oliver Ames looks like they will do the same. Fernandez over to Lincoln. Very close to the backcourt violation. St. Pierre back to Lincoln. 3:30 counting down now, left in the fourth. Fernandez back to St. Pierre. Looking around. Drives in the paint. Dives. Gives it to Sonia Fernandez, looking around still. Throws up a shot, trying to avoid the shot clock. Goes off. No go. Monterio brings it up. Throws it deep over to Harney. Slows down the pace. Gives it to Monterio, back to Holleran. Drives. Sonia Fernandez takes a huge hit from Haley Bourne.
That last foul, number 30, Christy Gorman, second.
So Bourne will go to the line. Shot's good. Here's the second free throw from Bourne. If made, this will be putting them up 21, and it indeed does. Sonia Fernandez inbounds to Cameron St. Pierre. Calling out the number here. To Lincoln. Back to St. Pierre. Looking around. Huge press coverage from Bourne. Stolen by Holleran. Jalen Fernandez right on her tail. Looking to throw up a layup. Good to go. So great effort by Jalen Fernandez. Just couldn't haul it in.
Great defense. Great bucket.
St. Pierre twirls. Tries to throw up a two. No good. Rebounded by Pepper. To Monterio. To Holleran. To Harney. Throws it up. Swings over the hoop. And it'll be rebounded by Jalen Fernandez over to St. Pierre. To Jalen Fernandez. Swings it inside to Sam Lincoln for two. No good. Hits the inside of the box. Couldn't get the shot in. Over to Pepper. To Bourne. Drives on the inside. Euro step. Tries to get Gorman. Hits her in the neck. And it looks like Gorman will pick up the foul. Under 2 minutes now in the game. Kelsey Yell checks back into the game for Oliver Ames. And that shot made by Bourne. Abby Souza checks in for the Tigers. Christy Gorman will take a seat. Here's a shot by Bourne. And that shot is also good to go. 25-point lead for Oliver Ames. Minute 50 left in the game. Fernandez. Bounce pass stolen by Bourne once again. St. Pierre on her tail trying to make a block. No good once again. Oliver Ames with the 2. Three-pointer by St. Pierre is good. Nice quick bucket by the freshman.
She answers back.
St. Pierre is in a locked mindset right now. Mamba mentality.
You look at St. Pierre, you can always see how focused she is and in tune with the game. Never giving up on a play.
Absolutely agreed. As Monterio takes the 3, that's good by the freshman. And Taunton will take their timeout here with a minute 4 left in the game.
I think it's just do substitutions, nothing big.
So as we head back out of the timeout, minute 4 left in the game, 68-41 in favor of Oliver Ames. We have just received word from Athletic Director Mr. Ottavianelli that the boys basketball team has just won at Oliver Ames by 3 points. That puts them at 12-4 in the season, heading in to the MIAA tournament.
Probably a great game they played there. Taunton boys have been great. Missing a lot of players, but playing like underdogs.
With the circumstances that they've had throughout the season, they have pulled together. And Coach Dacey's done an amazing job with that team. So here we go, under a minute left now. Jalen Fernandez trying to find some last-minute points. St. Pierre in the paint. Heavy coverage by Monterio. McKenzie over to St. Pierre. Back to Fernandez. Throws it up, and that'll be a foul called. Nice job by Jalen Fernandez to draw it, and she will go to the line.
Leading that Taunton boys team is Tyler Stewart. Tuesday had 34 points. It's an amazing game and clamped up the second leading scorer in the entire Hockomock League, Obina, who averages around 21 points a game but only had 7 at the end of the night.
Tyler Stewart, definitely a force to be reckoned with for that Taunton boys team. Top 5 right now in points per game in the Hockomock League.
Definitely number 1 rebounds. That game, he definitely had 20 rebounds.
He is
they
amazing.
were just letting him grab him for free.
A rundown player of the week on Tiger TV. As Bourne throws up another two-pointer. That was actually number 35, Anna Murphy, who put that up. 25 seconds now. Fernandez looking around to Braylee McDonald, who takes the 3. Rolls around, no good. Rebound attempt by Maddie McKenzie. It's going to roll out, and Cameron St. Pierre will continue the possession on the inbound. St. Pierre tries to take a shot. Fernandez throws it up right over the hoop. Rebounded by Holleran. Over to Murphy, back to Holleran. And with that, that will cap off today's action. The final score here at the Raboan Fieldhouse at Taunton High School. Oliver Ames Tigers 70. Your Taunton Tigers 43. Taunton Falls, that will make them 4-10 on the season. Oliver Ames will advance to 11-3. Tough loss here for the Tigers. Doug, what did you see that Taunton needs to improve on? Definitely a lot of things to work on.
Just the number 1 rule, just take care of the basketball, make smart decisions with the basketball. You know, bad turnovers lead to points most of the time. It's just they gotta take care of the basketball.
The Oliver Ames definitely consistent throughout the game with awesome advantages by the field goal line, by Caroline Pepper, as well as Tate Hadges and Meg Holleran working together in the paint. grabbing those consistent layups, and in total, putting them up by 27 points. All right, so for everyone here at Taunton Educational Network, I'm Brett Shaws alongside Doug Pond once again. Final score here at the Rabowen Fieldhouse, Oliver Ames 70, Taunton High 43. Have a great night, everyone.